Welcome back to another episode of Smile Mah Podcast. I'm your host, Deezy. Today we're looking at a case right here in Las Vegas, and honestly, it's hard to even wrap your head around. You might have seen in the headline, 19-year-old crashes into 12 cars, 2 people dead. But when you dig into the court documents, you realize that this just isn't a car accident. The district attorney is saying that this kid used his car as a weapon to execute his pregnant girlfriend. We're talking about Jose Gutierrez. We've got the new details on an open murder charge, the seizure defense that experts aren't buying, and the dark history this kid has with police. Buckle up because we're doing a deep dive today. Let's set the scene first. It's in the middle of the day, North Las Vegas, Cheyenne and Jones, super busy intersection. Jose is driving his girlfriend's Infiniti. Now, usually when you see a red light, you tap the brakes, right? The data recorder from the car tells a completely different story. It says that he accelerated. He went from 0 to 71 miles per hour in seconds. He didn't swerve, he didn't drift. He drove in a straight line like a missile, right into stopped traffic.
A 19-year-old man is now charged with murder after authorities claimed he intentionally went over 70 miles per hour, causing a 12-car crash that killed 2 people out in Las Vegas.
71 miles an hour into a dead stop. That's not a oops, my foot slipped. That's a decision. The prosecutor, Giancarlo Pesci, dropped a bombshell in court. He said this wasn't random. He theorized that Gutierrez was trying to, quote, end the relationship. Think about that. The prosecution believes that he saw no way out of the relationship, or maybe he didn't want the baby. So he decided to take everyone out. It's a if I can't leave, nobody can leave type mentality. They found no skid marks, no attempt to save her life, just straight acceleration.
Wolfson said, quote, "We believe, based on all the evidence to date, including a very descriptive video, that his actions were intentional."
We gotta talk about who we lost, because these just aren't statistics on a police report. First, Edward Garcia. He was 38 years old. He was just driving, living his life. He had nothing to do with Gutierrez or his drama. He was in the wrong place at the worst possible time. And then there's Adeline Duran. She was only 20. In family, she was pregnant. 3 months along, she was carrying Gutierrez's child. Her mother, Gabriela, spoke out and said that Adeline was the type of girl that liked to make everyone happy, and she was excited to be a mom. So in one split second, Gutierrez didn't just kill 2 people, he killed 3 generations of potential. That's heavy.
His pregnant girlfriend, 20-year-old Adeline Duran, and another driver, 38-year-old Edward Garcia, they were killed. They died at the scene.
Now we gotta look at the other side. Gutierrez's lawyer, Thomas Mescal, is saying, hold on, this kid has epilepsy. He's had seizures since he was 5 years old. The argument is that he blacked out, froze up, and had a medical emergency, not a murder. Here's the lawyer trying to explain it in court.
Jose Gutierrez has a documented history of seizures that the DA's office needs to investigate and consider before plowing ahead on a theory that this car crash was the commission of cold, calculated, premeditated murder of his fiancée who is carrying his unborn child. My office is in the process of gathering medical records.
But there's a problem with that story, and the cops pointed this out immediately. When you have a seizure while driving, what usually happens? Your muscles tense up or you go limp. The car drifts, it hits a curb. It slows down. The car accelerated in a perfect line. It takes coordination to keep a car straight at 70 miles per hour while weaving through the lane. Plus, the data recorder says that he went from 9 miles per hour to top speed in 5 seconds. That is stomping on the gas, not passing out. The seizure defense is going to be hard to sell to a jury when the video shows precision driving. Now you might be thinking, he's probably a good kid who just made a mistake. Nah, and we got receipts. Just a month before this in October, he got clocked 52 in a 35. And then a month before that in September, he hit an elderly woman's car. But the scariest one? Last April, he got arrested for a disturbance. And on body cam footage, he's literally screaming at the police officer. Listen to what he told the cop.
In April, Gutierrez was apparently arrested for allegedly intimidating a public officer who responded to a call about a woman claiming she was attacked by a man. And Gutierrez reportedly says to this officer, "I'll bleeping shoot you and I'll kill you."
This is a guy with a history of rage, a history of ignoring the law, and now he's facing the ultimate consequence. But before we wrap, I want to explain the charge because an open murder is a specific Nevada thing. Basically, the DA charges open murder to give the jury options. They're not limiting themselves.
Meaning that they charge an open, like, homicide charge, and that the jury would get to pick, in essence, if this were to go to trial, between a first-degree murder, a second-degree murder, an voluntary manslaughter, and an involuntary manslaughter.
By charging open murder, the prosecutor is saying, we don't care which one you pick, as long as you lock him up for life. They denied him bail. He's sitting in a cell, and he's probably going to be there until 2026, most likely. So what do you think? Was it a seizure? Or was it the most twisted breakup in history? Drop a comment below. Does the seizure defense hold water? Or does data recorder prove that it's murder? We're going to follow this trial all the way to the verdict. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Smile Mah Podcast for the realest updates. I'm Half Deezy. Stay dangerous, but drive safe. We out.